Okay, guys, we're back. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Sense Podcast. This is your boy Carlton CO2 Owens. We're back with a new show. It's been a minute since I've been with you guys for a little while. Man, I've just been ripping and running. One episode, I'm going to give you guys all the background in terms of all the businesses that I'm doing. I have quite a few businesses that I've launched, that I've started, that I co-manage, co-own, and a lot of times it's just crazy. And one of those businesses, obviously, too, is not CoinSeed, but Crypto Sense. And so this keeps me busy amongst all the other things. So I haven't been doing as many shows. We're going to get back on the horse and talk this crypto talk. So before we dive into today's show, let's first give it up to our sponsors. We have Psalms Gourmet Brittle. PsalmsBrittle.com is a place you're going to go to get the best brittle candy in the universe. If you ever had brittle and you're a brittle eater, you know one of the biggest downsides to eating brittle is it gets stuck in your teeth. Well, this brittle solves that problem hands down. This is the only brittle that you're going to eat, that at least I've eaten, that actually does not get stuck in your teeth. It's not too hard and it's not chewy at all. Literally just melts in your mouth, not in your hand, almost like M&M. So go to PsalmsBrittle.com. That's PSALMSBRITTLE.com. Put in Crypto Sense 10 and get 10% off on your first online purchase. You will thank me later. We also have to give it up to Encrypted Apparel. Encrypted Apparel is the flyest cryptocurrency clothing line in the business. You can stay fly, be fly, and cryptocurrency conscious all at the same time. Pop your collar and be able to express your love for cryptocurrency through what you wear. So make sure you go over to their website. That's wearencrypted.com. That's WEAR encrypted.com. There you'll be able to put in Crypto Sense coupon code and get a nice discount on your next purchase, your next online, or maybe it's your first online purchase. We also have you guys. You guys are the sponsors of the show too, because if you're listening to me or you're watching me right now, you are lending your eyes or lending your ears to me to be able to allow us to be able to get paying sponsors. And if it's not for the 60,000 plus listens over the past 2 years now, I mean, I don't know where we would be. And trust me, we have grown tremendously over the past 3 years now. I think it's 3 years. I keep mixing it up. I think it's 3 years. But anyhow, you now can sponsor the show with your pocketbook. As little as 99 cents, you can literally bless us with your donations and your support, which will allow us to be able to continue our path to making this podcast a full-time gig, okay? All right, so let's just dive into the festivities today. Oh, so if you do want to do that sponsorship, go to the last link in the show notes. If you're watching me on YouTube, just go down into the show notes. I should have the link in there. If not, just go over to my Apple Podcast or my Spotify podcast, and there's a link at the bottom of that show notes, and you'll be able to, just link up with me. All right, so check it. So much has happened over this past week. If you haven't really been up on the news, I mean, so much has been going on with Dogecoin. We talked about that in the last episode, but we also had what I think is a watershed moment in cryptocurrency history, and that is Coinbase. If you're not familiar with Coinbase, you're getting into cryptocurrency for the first time. Coinbase, for the majority of Americans, has been the doorway to getting people involved in buying cryptocurrency, primarily the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Litecoin pairing. At least when they first started, those are the only three that they offered. But Coinbase is basically this digital wallet that allows you to, onboard your cash and be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency through their secured wallet. Well, last week they did and made a monumental play, and they actually went public on the U.S. The U.S. Stock Exchange. So New York Stock Exchange, I think. I got to make sure it's New York. It may be NASDAQ. Got to make sure on that. But anyhow, they're on the stock exchange. They're on an American registered stock exchange. This is a big deal. Why is it a big deal? because this just shows me, it's just another indication that we're getting closer and closer to mass adoption of cryptocurrency. And a shout out to my boy, Rashawn Williams. If you guys don't know about Rashawn Williams, you gotta go check him out. Really, really cool dude. We went to college together. We did some business together too. We had a company together some years back. Well, he's a venture capitalist, and he was able to be a part of that initial team of venture capital, I guess you can call them investors that saw the potential in Coinbase and made that initial investment into them. And now they are sitting pretty, because now the company's going public, and who knows what their par value price or share par value price was when they got involved with investing in Coinbase at the initial stages of Coinbase. So shout out to him. Check him out if you want to learn more about him. Check him out at Manhattan Venture Partners. I think he's on some other things. But just go to Rashawn Williams, type it in, and you'll get a chance to get more information. Really, really cool dude. My brother has done some amazing things, and I'm always supporting what he's doing, and I'm excited about all the new stuff that he's getting involved in. But anyhow, that's a sidebar. But getting back to the conversation, Coinbase getting on the stock exchange and going public is just another signal that we're getting closer and closer to mass adoption. The fact that it is now being traded on the stock exchange is, in a lot of ways, kind of the way for Wall Street and everyone that's involved with Wall Street to engage in the world of cryptocurrency without necessarily being exposed to so much risk associated with, Bitcoin and the volatility of being able to buy or sell cryptocurrency that they may not necessarily know too much about. Back in the old days when people were mining for gold, there was a huge gold rush in the West. But the people who really made all the money wasn't the people actually mining the gold. It was the people who were selling the shovels and the picks and the equipment to mine gold. Just as Levi, the founder of Levi Jeans and other things, he initially was involved with supplying mining materials. But anyhow, that's just an example of how I think the stock exchange or Wall Street is looking at Coinbase as a vehicle to be able to make money on cryptocurrency, but not necessarily be as exposed with that direct exposure to owning and holding and trading the currency. So, and then it's also a really cool thing because now it's just more credibility. It's more people saying, okay, I see the potential. I'm now starting to see it's on the stock exchange. Okay, so it must be legit. This cryptocurrency thing has to have some legitimacy to it. I may not understand it, but it got to be somewhat legitimate. And I think that's also happening in the IPO stages. So I haven't really followed what's been going on with it since it's going in IPO. I did buy a little bit of stock, so I do own Coinbase, just as a disclaimer. But I haven't really gotten into it to see what's actually happening in real time. I know that it's just the beginning of something even larger and bigger. How big it's going to be, I don't know. How many new players and competitors are going to come in, I don't know. But it's all good because it's just getting more and more people tapped in and onboarded to cryptocurrency, which is the future of our economy, is the future of how we capture human activity digitally. So check that out. The other thing that was pretty cool about Coinbase too, this just came out today actually, is that they have teamed up with PayPal to help people who want to fund their accounts. You now can fund your Coinbase wallet by using PayPal. So it's all these alliances and these co-collaborations and all these different strategic alliances and name dropping, as I like to say, helps a Coinbase get more exposure. Because look, if it's good enough for PayPal, it's got to be good enough for me. That's kind of the psychology I think behind. Of course, there's some real resources around it being, something that people can do and is valuable, and there's a value add on both sides. But the reality is that PayPal holds a lot of weight, obviously, and if you think about it, Coinbase is in a way becoming another PayPal when it comes to cryptocurrency and being able to use your wallet to be able to do business, make transactions. So that's all for today, guys. I just wanted to just tap in with you all and just give you my feedback on the whole Coinbase play. I definitely, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not someone that gives advice about investing, but I do feel that you should really look into Coinbase as an investment, do your homework, do your research, and really, really process where you think the future cryptocurrency is going and how Coinbase kind of falls in line with that. I own some, probably gonna buy some more, but it's a really dynamic opportunity when you really start putting all the pieces together and you start looking at everything from a futuristic perspective and from a practicality perspective as well. So that's it for today, guys. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to this video. Hit me up on the podcast. Make sure you do a podcast review, because we're going to air this obviously on the Crypto Sense podcast. If you're not watching me, you're going to hear me through the phone as well. But make sure you leave a review on there. Hit that alert button so you can get all the notifications when I go live. And also hit me in the DM. Hit me up. Tell me some of the topics that you want me to talk about, some of the things that are on your mind about cryptocurrency. Let's rap. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you on the show so we can rap cryptocurrency. I'm going to have some more interviews. We're going to do some more plays on that as well. Interviews have been a little bit light. Folks are really trying to regroup, obviously, with everything going on with the coronavirus and all that. But hey, it's 2021. We're going to make some plays this year. We're going to get ready for 2022 as well. So until next time, y'all, holla back.